Welcome to Cbfu from the shop. This is the week of August 12th, 2015, and we got some really good books to review this week.
A lot of good books.
Oh my
This
God.
one in particular is really good.
He just appeared.
I believe he came from India, or was it Israel?
It's something with an I don't even know anymore.
The books brought me back.
Yeah, Secret Wars called him from across the country, and he came.
It's good stuff.
But let's not start. Let's end with Secret
Yeah,
Wars, because that's got to be the
Good, because I don't want to stop touching it yet.
Craig, what's our first book?
Come on. I've got DC Bombshells on me right now by Margaret Bennett and Margaret Savage. They're both named Margaret. And I know Bennett's writing A-Force right now, this book, which is a great book.
Mm-hmm.
This book, however, is not as good as A-Force, to put it lightly. It's obviously like bombshells are like, 1930s, 40s, or wartime era, gals, dames, as our favorite DC heroines. But I get what they're trying to do, and this guy's supposed to have that old time feel, old time dialogue, but it's really corny. And I just did not. And maybe it's because I read it after some of these books, but the art's pretty good. In the first story, and it has Batwoman in it. And
So it's like an anthology book.
yeah, it has a few stories in it. The first one is Wonder Woman. The first one is Batwoman, then it's Wonder Woman, and the last one I didn't even get to it because I just couldn't anymore. But it was, the art starts off pretty good, but as it progresses, it just loses me. Even in the art, I think it gets worse.
Is it all the same artist, or is it like different?
I think it's the same artist, but for some reason, I guess he tries maybe to change up the art depending on the story, and it just doesn't work. But I guess if you wanted to give it a read, you could. The stories are short and simple, but I think they're just really cheesy.
Yeah, you just have to be a fan of those characters.
The dialogue is painful for me to read.
Yeah, no, I don't even know if you were a fan of those characters, because that Batwoman in there is like no relation to the Batwoman that Greg Rucka did. It's just, if you're gonna read it, don't read it after like Secret Wars or Batman this week, because you won't be able to.
It'll be sad.
So how many Lugos would you give it?
I'm gonna give it 1 Lugo because I like the cover. 10 Tonys because I
hate everything else.
Okay, our next book, this is a new #1 from Image Comics. This is Beauty by Jeremy Hahn is the writer, and Jason A. Hurley is the artist. And this is a good #1. Basically, the story is there's a sexually transmitted disease that basically makes you beautiful.
Yep.
And then
bunch of mysterious deaths start happening, and they're starting to link
and they're investigating it. They're investigating these anti-beauty people who are against the spread of the disease and everything. And it's a good strong #1 first issue.
It's really what Image has been doing lately. Has just been dropping these really thick first issues just to get you into and draw you into it. And I gotta say, this is something that I'm going to be pulling from month to month because. It's a great book. Yeah, no, it plays kind of like a CSI procedural almost, except it's obviously going to be ongoing. I can't see them just jumping around from this. But just the detective work and them chasing down perps and stuff like that, it just was very, I found it incredibly interesting.
Yeah, no. The only problem with this book is the art. The lead cop, I assumed he already had.
That threw me off because the final reveal page kind of threw me off.
And then there's a twist at the end where it's like, oh no, I wasn't beautiful.
My man was like George Clooney, but apparently
he wasn't beautiful.
He could get fired. He could still get fired. That one wrinkle I had was gone now.
I was like, man, I'd give it to this dude. No, I guess not. But and I think the premise is interesting. But I also, at the same time, think it's a little bit corny. I don't know. But it's good enough where it works for this comic, and I thought the dialogue was pretty great.
What I like about the premise is I feel like it's going to evolve. It's not going to be just that the entire span of the book, because as the book starts happening, things are starting to happen, and you don't know what's. Yeah. But if you like evolving sagas, I say this is a pretty good book to pick up.
It's sort of like a Brubaker noir kind of feel to it, and it's definitely worth the first issue just to give it a look, see where it goes from there.
And the art was good, besides that one little hiccup with.
They should just made it obviously that he was ugly, because
from page to page, it's like, hey, what's up, sexy? Hey, even sexier.
And then his wife is hot. He's a good looking guy,
he must know she had the STD. Yeah. She's like, come on, I'm gonna get it this time. I'm gonna get it this time. But it was good. It's well worth your first issue to try it out. I give it about 7 out of 10. Lucas,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. Okay, our next book. This is Batman 43. This is the next part of the Commissioner Gordon arc. And this is my favorite issue of the Commissioner Gordon arc so
easily
far.
thus far.
And I think part of that is because they just go into like the Bruce Wayne stuff and everything, and I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that.
On top of it being like the best part of the Gordon Batman series, I think this is the strongest book for Alfred that Snyder has written thus far. Like Alfred gets this moment where he's talking about basically what made Bruce Wayne Batman and what Bruce Wayne is now after Batman, essentially. And I don't know, it just resonated with me. I really enjoyed it.
Incredibly hard-bodied woman against.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah, there's a guest star in here who is pretty cool moment.
Yeah.
And Greg Capullo's art is just beautiful. I mean, he never.
The action pages towards the end are like some of like my favorite.
Who's coloring it? I always forget who's coloring the book.
Mickey.
Yeah, it is. That he needs just as much credit because,
Yeah,
like you said, those final fight scenes were so vibrant, and it's just like.
Yeah, you can compare it to like like Andrew Sorrentino gets a lot of credit, but
yeah.
the color is like on Green Arrow, just as good as her art. This is the same thing for this book.
It brings
it's
life.
really beautiful. Danny Mickey.
And the new villain that they introduced, Bloom.
Yeah.
Who they've been like alluding to from the beginning of this arc. We're finally starting to learn a little bit more about him and like what his motives are in Gotham, and that's just
he's interesting. Very scary.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Snyder is really like good at turning this into horror.
There's the first page with him. Mr. Bloom like has like this sort of like monologue that's just really cool.
Yeah.
It's almost like an American Vampire kind of monologue from Snyder, as opposed to his Batman stuff.
Snyder, I think, is trademark just like bringing these new villains into Batman and just making them like bad.
It's really good, and you get more like the sense like all these different gangs and everything. They're just
really they're moving in. Like I feel like they're doing a good job of creating this world for Gordon, and like a Gotham that he can actually preside over. Because before I like Gordon as Batman in what world with the Joker and Penguin and all these guys, but they're making it work. They're grounding it, but at the same time, it's still Batman.
Yeah, it still feels the same. I would give this. I really enjoy it. I would give this 10 out of 10 reviews. I really liked it a lot.
It's a good book.
Yeah, definitely play. If you haven't picked Snyder's book up yet, go back and get the trades, read it because he's doing really great work here.
It has come. We have gotten answers finally in Secret Wars number 5. Oh my God. This is like. It's just he keeps evolving what we expect this event to be. We're all thinking that it's going to go one way and what characters are going to be our POV characters, and then he throws this another element into the mix with, I don't even want to say it because it's such a spoiler. And then at the same time he's going back and explaining what happens prior to Secret Wars, and we finally get answers to that, and his take on Doctor Doom is just superb. It is the best Doctor Doom ever written, period.
John Hammond, this is issue 5 now. There are 3 more issues to go. He hasn't hit like one wrong note on this
not at all.
And it's amazing because this is the first event I don't know how long that seems like it's just gonna be like perfect. Without any ball dropping.
It's the first event in a long time that I've actually taken like interest in. Like I avoid events like the plague. Not that you can avoid it here.
Yeah.
But, this it's perfect.
You want every single bit of Secret Wars and Battleworld. And it all comes from this book. The world that he's creating within these 5 little mini issues is just sick.
I love the way he answered a very important question in this book. That if you go back to if you were reading The Time Runs Out, you're gonna get information.
Even further than that, if you went all the way back to like his Fantastic Four work and just the science that he built for this world and the characters, like how he builds for like the Richards family and stuff like that, like you see that there's just this. They must be his favorite characters.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't think it's spoilers. If it's spoilers, Sam can beep it out. But there are characters in this book that go back to like his Shield run, which hasn't even finished yet. Which is just amazing. It's really amazing. It's like a whole like tapestry that he's.
It encompasses everything that he's ever done in Marvel, pretty much, and it does so while still being a bombastic blockbuster.
Jared loves his bombastic.
I love my bombast.
I know he does.
Love it.
And it goes without saying, like Asad Big is doing like the work of his career.
Easily. Like they both deserve a break after this.
They deserve. They should go on like a vacation.
A nice little vacation. Only come back for Secret Wars, the sequel. That's how I feel after this point. I mean, this is a perfect book.
Yeah.
Period. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Really good. I can't wait till the 6th issue. I can't wait till the next issue.
I don't know what to say. I don't know. How do you describe perfection?
It did make me, at no point did I feel like I was sad.
Yeah.
It makes you like heart like bro.
Nor have I ever felt sad reading any of these issues. Nor will I feel sad when I read issue 8.
Yeah. Well, no, the only reason I'll feel sad is
It's over. It's over. That's it.
but no, that's a great book. Yeah. Well, that's it for this week from the shop. We are taking 2 weeks off. Me and our cameraman Sam Platiski are going on mysterious vacation assignment.
Sounds weird.
It does. You can cut that out.
They're brothers. It's okay.
Yeah.
Still sounds weird.
But we'll be back in September with school and new books and come
more
to
Secret Wars.
Yes. Come to your Glow comic shop. Buy comics. Buy all the comics. Buy Batman and Secret Wars, definitely. And that's about it.
My bombshells, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
You might like it covered. Bye, guys.
Yeah.